Okay, so I haven't found a way to start the video to give the introduction, right? I mean, I could say something like hi there, hello there, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. So I'll just start with the showcase and forget about it. So okay, the blood system, right? It's pretty simple actually, at least to show, right, in practice. In theory, you could say otherwise, but today we're not gonna see the code. We'll never see the code, most likely. Just the implementations, right? Because that's what's interesting, I think. As you can see here, this is the blood. Okay. Well, this is a implementation of the blood. So the blood can spawn wherever in the world, right? It is a global simulation. At first, we were using a cellular automata algorithm from a guy called John Gallant, and it was pretty cool. And we used it up until 1 week ago, maybe, and we switched to another because we found that there was a better one, at least for our purposes, right? So that's it for the algorithm and the implementations. Okay, so right, you can spawn blood whatever you want. Um, there are two ways to spawn it. The first one is using a dropper. Well, that would be the second one, and the first one is using a position in the world and just spawn blood there. And the blood will always spawn downwards, right? Because with cellular automata algorithms, that's just how it works. The In order to displace liquid or horizontally, you need to actually first have the liquid there and then displace it, like this. Oh, sorry, like this. Um, okay, so I can just go here and displace it. Yeah, it's acting weird because we're still a bit short on the animations. Um, but okay, so that's how. And the second one is using, like I said, the dropper. This is the dropper, right? So I have it here, and I will place it, I don't know, above the player. And here we have some of the options, right? We have three modes so far. The first one is the radial, which spawns blood in a radius around the starting position. You will see it now. Um, let's do it. I think it was with H. No, here, right? Yep, that's how we do it. And here, well, you can tweak the values, right? The burst values, the drops, amount, strength, and speed, variance, and angle. The spread angle is mostly for the cone. As you can see here, where is it aiming to? And just like this. For example, if I increase the strength maybe to something like 40, yeah, yeah, it is way faster, right? And well, we can change also the direction of the cone, maybe here. Yeah, right now it is affecting the phi too, which in game it won't, right? Though the phi can displace what liquid blood, but we will make it so that the drops don't affect it. And the last one is just the linear, which is just a straight line, as you can see here. Well, it's cone shaped, but when we change the way we spawn this one with making it a constant, you can see here that the linear makes more sense now. Yeah, actually it's spawning a lot of blood. Okay, so these are the implementations. We can, for example, use a radial, use it like this, right? So whenever the drops touch the ground, the walls, and the ceiling, they will convert into liquid because they need kind of their own physics in order to act this way. Because the cellular automata, it's just very difficult trying to achieve it uh, using it. So, okay, I will turn it down. and show a bit more of the other implementations, right? Oh, here the player is animated like that because whenever we go above 50-60% of submersion in liquid, we start swimming, right? Yep, yep. Okay, so this waterfall here, and what I will show you next, like we will go down. Okay. Yeah. So this is what we call a volume grid. Okay. A volume grid is just a well, volume grid or liquid. I think it was a volume grid. Okay, so the liquid volume. Okay, the liquid volume. Um, it just spawns blood and refills it. You know, it empties it and refills it almost every frame, and that way we can achieve like a static, kind of static bodies of water that will never dry. And I mean that's how we use it, and it is so flexible that you can actually do waterfalls with it, which is pretty cool, you know. So I will show you the how this works in more detail. Okay, so here, so we just use a polygon collider to set the bounds on which the blood liquid will spawn, and that way we already have the body of liquid, right? Set, completely set. Nothing more is needed from it. And of course we can set the fill level and the refill rate. And this color is for the polygon collider. Well, you know, you saw that the blood here, the waterfall. Here it starts, well, it ends the rendering, right? It's because the blood, it is the liquid, man. Fucking hell. The liquid works globally. Okay, it is a global simulation, which means that we had to chunk it a lot and use pretty aggressive chunking methods to make it run smooth, smooth as fuck. Yes, because this is now running on a pretty, you could say even a low range PC, and it's running pretty fast, you know, having both renderings, the scene view and the game view, and yeah, yes, it was pretty difficult to achieve, but now it's working pretty good. Um, well, the chunk edges, mostly vertically, sometimes have a, well, here you won't be able to see it, but sometimes the edges are a bit hard, you could say, or they look empty when they shouldn't. Okay, but that's just a minor issue that we'll, we will fix it soon. Here you can see that too. You know, whenever we spawn a chunk and that chunk has a volume or just retained liquid, it will just spawn it, and it will do it in a way that it covers more width than the what the polygon collider bounce there has, because as you can see here, I mean I'm trying to explain the best way possible because it's, as you probably noticed, my English is not that good, but here, you know, here the polygon bounds in this part of the collider are pretty thin, okay, but as the blood spawns here, but then the simulation generates pressure, and then the product of the amount of liquid that is there, and then displaces the liquid flow horizontally too. And sometimes when a chunk loads, it does it in a way that it expands a lot horizontally, and you can see the dropping whenever we spawn new chunks. story. So I mean that I think that's pretty much it. Look, we will jump here and displace it a bit. Looks cool, right? Yeah, looks pretty cool. Maybe we could do something like trying to, I don't know, adding some wow factor, like more splashes and shit like that. But we'll do it later. Uh, Another thing, the mm, no, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Well, right now the blood is just spawning in the radius of the player, right? Because if I switch to the fire, you can see here that yeah, chunks just won't spawn around it. I will change it later, of course. It's just that now we haven't just done it yet. So I think that's pretty much it, right? Maybe I can show you the dropper um, spawning more liquid here, more blood. Maybe here. I like to do it here because it looks cool, you know. We will make it, yeah, it's burst because it's not constant. We'll change it to radial, of course, and use H, right? So we'll just spawn, blah 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 blah, and you can see the blood falling, and it looks pretty good, man. It looks really good. Um, what else? Maybe a linear constant like this, you know. Maybe change the angle. Yeah, that's weird, man. Sometimes it just gets stuck at the starting position, but like this, woo. I mean, I think I will reduce the amount, and yeah, you can see it working properly. Maybe more strength. Yep. So it works in any surface. Yeah, pretty cool, right? And as you saw before, it also affects the player and the file. What else? What else? Well, the count. And yeah, maybe one more thing. I could say that the geometry around, and it can also act as drainers. Okay, which means that whenever blood touches the ground here, we treat it as if it was dirt, right? So dirt absorbs the water and the liquid, the blood, and it just disappears over time. Right now, the drain rate of all the geometry in this level, except of the platforms, is around a 0.075 factor. So that means that it drains, but not that much. I mean, so that blood can stay visible and running for quite some time. Okay, had to do a cut there. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. And so, well, this is the bi-weekly showcase of the systems we're building. Next week, expect some animations, some new animations, and a soundtrack. We will be also releasing one of the soundtracks we have prepared. So, I mean, yeah, that's it. If you liked it, please just leave a like, subscribe, follow us on social media, and see if you can support us on Patreon. I don't know, whatever you can, if you feel like it, because yeah, it will really help us continuing the development of the game. So that's it. Have a good one. Bye.